NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. And taken. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Alert! Easy! 11!
From the 27, Stafford got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through, no place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
20. Zero. 10.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with, and right away he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan, but this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Browns 7, Rams nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey! 22!
Stafford on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Chubb on the counter. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 35. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 31, Watson drops it off for Chubb. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 21 yards away. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me at a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
In motion left, that's Cooper. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
21. Zero.
Stafford now to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Watson on 1st down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Rams are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey. 59. Hey.
A final shot before the break. Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And his kick is indeed good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 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 hey.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good. First down. 1st and 10 of the 28-yard line.
Ready?
Stafford on 1st down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Going right back to Akers. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Easy, easy.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Browns.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Throwing again is Stafford.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Pick up of 2 yards, and the Browns first down.
Throwing now, Watson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Double right.
From the 44, Stafford buying time to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Hey, give me radar.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Hey! Leave him!
One last throw here for Stanford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1. And